In this video, I'm going to share with you how to stay motivated as a small content creator. And this is coming from another fellow small content creator. So I understand the struggles and the pitfalls and the things that we encounter and experience, right? Wondering whether or not it's worth it, putting in so much effort and not seeing the immediate results that you would like to see. I'm here to give you a few points, and I have them written down on my phone, right? A few important points and piece of information that you need to know and remember so that you can stay motivated as a small content creator and eventually grow on this platform here on YouTube or in any platform for that matter. First and foremost, you want to do what you love. The reason why you want to find something that you love is because, and by love, like something that you love, I'm referring to something that you would essentially do for free. The reason for this is because if you're willing to do something for free, then you would typically do that because you enjoy it, because it's fun to you, because it's pleasurable. And if you're doing something that's pleasurable to you, then you're doing something that makes you happy. And if you're doing something that makes you happy, then you're in alignment with who you are, right? The reason why us humans exist here on this planet, the reason why we were born and brought into this physical world is so that we can experience outrageous joy. It is for us to find happiness. The reason why we desire any of the desires that we have is because whether it's like a house, a lover, having money, having great health, having amazing relationships, right? The reason why we have any desires is because we believe that it'll make us happier in having it or achieving it, right? That it will bring us a sense of fulfillment and joy, which will ultimately lead to happiness, right? So we've always been chasing happiness. That is our essence. That is our core as humans. So if you're doing something that you enjoy, then it's ideally something that comes easy and effortless to you. You're not busting your behind. You're not working hard and trying to effort it into place. It's almost flowing and piecing itself together effortlessly. So that is what you want to look for. You want to find something that you love. There's plenty of people who exist who are doing what they love. And if you're doing what you love and it's in alignment with who you are as a person, then it won't feel like you're ever truly working. It will just feel like you're getting paid to have fun. And I think that's the goal and the dream for everybody, to be able to get paid to be yourself. Because then there's no acting, there's no need to try to be anybody else or try to, right? You get to be yourself and you get to have so much fun along the way. So that's the first thing. Find something that you enjoy. Make content for something that you enjoy, something that you would do for free, because you would do that thing for free anyways. So if you're willing to do something for free and you do it over and over and over, then it's easy for you to become knowledgeable or to become an expert. And once you're an expert at something, right, then that means it won't be easy to find someone like you, right? Because it takes time, it takes attempts. You gain so much experience that you become irreplaceable the more experience you get, right? So find something you love that you would do for free. Have your content be centered around that, right? Next, you want to have action-based milestones instead of results-based milestones. You see, this is absolutely crucial. This is probably one of the most important elements to this, because a lot of times small content creators get discouraged when they see their first video or their first 5 videos or 10 videos or their first, couple or their first dozen videos not perform the way they have anticipated. And you need to understand, remember that when you're a small content creator, you're starting from the ground up. You're starting from scratch. Many people don't even know that you have a platform. Many people don't even know you exist, right? And so when you don't already have an audience, it's pretty much up to the YouTube algorithm, or say you sharing your videos to other people for people to find your content, right? So you need to put things in perspective, right? A lot of times, and of course, usually the first time we ever do things, right, it may not come out the best, right? Think of yourself, for example, the very first time you tried to cook something or bake something, it probably didn't come out the best because you haven't done it enough. But if you cook long enough or you bake long enough, right, you'll be more comfortable in the kitchen and more comfortable with baking pastries, that it begins happening effortlessly, right? It's the same thing with videos. See, a lot of times our first few videos may not be very good. We may be afraid to speak into the camera. We might be shy. We might lack confidence, right? And so the quality of the video may not be the best. Or maybe you don't know how to edit videos, or maybe you don't know how to make thumbnails, right? Our first attempts at something might not be the best. Same if you try playing an instrument for the first time, it probably won't come out the best, right? And that's okay. But many small content creators, their first few videos may not be the best, but they're expecting the videos to immediately go viral. And that's extremely unlikely to happen. It's more likely that your first several videos might not get any views because no one, once again, no one knows who you are. No one subscribes to your channel, or very few people, right? So you have to measure success differently. Your success can't be results based of how many subscribers you get, how many views, how many likes, because you need to remember that that is out of your control. And now, of course, there's certain elements that could help with getting that, right? But for the most part, that is up to the people, the audience, the people will decide if the video is worthy to be watched, worthy of a like, or worthy for to subscribe to you. You want to have action-based milestones, which means that you want to measure your success based on the videos you upload. If you tell yourself that you're going to upload a video once a week or one video a day, whatever it is, right? Hold yourself to that and make those be your milestones. Because what you need to remember is that if you plan on growing on this platform or any platform in general, right, chances are you probably have to post. Because if you post, then that means you're getting yourself or your content out there more often so that there can eventually be more eyeballs on your platform, right? If you're not posting, it becomes much more difficult for you to gain traction, to gain momentum, for you to appear in front of people, right? So you want to operate with the mentality of being action based. So say my goal is to post, and if I post, and my goal is to post one video a week, and I do that, then I am successful because I am accomplishing my goal. And that's how you need to look at it. You need to look at it as doing those action steps that you can control, and then just strive to improve those elements if possible each and every time, right? Each and every time you post a video, you get better at it. Each and every time you record a video, you become more comfortable in front of the camera, right? Have that be your focus rather than the results, because it's easy to get discouraged. It's easy to think, I posted a video and no one cares about what I have to say, and because I don't have any views, and so it's a waste of time for me to do YouTube. No, don't look at it that way, because even myself, I have right now over 150 subscribers. I have well over 400 videos, and there's a few of my videos that went viral compared to, like, as far as view count compared to the rest of the videos. Like, I have a few videos that have gotten 200, 300, 400 views, right? Because it was a span where YouTube pushed me through the algorithm and my videos were put in front of more people, right? And so I had like a little mini viral moment. But there are several of my other videos that I thought provided so much value that are still at 0 views as we speak, right? So it's going to be times where you might think a video is going to do well and it doesn't necessarily perform that well. And other videos that you would probably not expect, or some videos that you were probably nervous to upload, could very well end up being the ones that, take off, right? So have your milestones be something that you can control and not based on your results. Because when you're starting off, when you're new to something, you don't want to measure based on your results. If you expect that, you're probably not going to be very good anyways, right? But it's going to take time for you to build and grow. So just trust the process. And once again, have your milestones be based on actions, things that you can control. Next, you want to find your purpose. What I mean by purpose is you want to have a powerful reason for why you do what you do. In other words, you want to have a strong enough why. Why is it that you post videos? Why is it that you make your videos? Why is it that you do the content that you want to do? You see, I have a strong purpose and a strong why, because I want to help improve the world. I want to help better the world. Now, I understand that there's nothing wrong with the world. The world ain't broken, but I understand that people will benefit from the information and the message that I have to share, because this is the information that helped change my life for the better. This is the information that allowed me to improve and grow as a person, because I was always a naturally happy person, but I always felt that there was more to this life that was kept away from me. I always felt that there was more to this existence that I was not aware of because I was not informed of the appropriate information. I went out of my way to search for that information, and I believe I found that information, and that has changed my entire perspective, how I view myself, how I view the world, right? My place in this entire universe, right? I have a greater understanding of it all. So I have supreme confidence, absolute faith and belief that I will get to where it is that I'm going because I'm operating in alignment with the laws of the universe, and I'm also operating in alignment with myself and who I really am. And because I understand myself, I understand you. Because I understand the things that I want, things that I desire, I understand the things that you want and the things that you desire, right? And so I get to operate in harmony with everything. That is my purpose. My purpose is to push humanity forward. That's my goal. That's my mission. When I show up and I post videos on this channel, right, that is the mission statement, to push humanity forward. I want to continue providing value to so many people so that they can uncover the value that exists, or possibly even discover the value that has always existed within them, so that they no longer feel powerless or victim to the world that they live in, but that they feel empowered, and that they eventually understand that they are the creators of their reality, and that they have all the power to create the life that they want to live and to change. However it might look, however bleak it might look, they have the power to change that, right? So that is my purpose. I want to share the message and this value with the rest of the world, right? Because I want to help people. I want to contribute. I want to connect people around the world and contribute to the greater well-being of the world. So that is my purpose and my why. And that's why I continue to show up each and every day to share this message, because I know I've seen people who will leave comments who would tell me how much they appreciate the video or how much the video has helped them during a tough time. So that to me is motivating for me to keep showing up and keep going, right? Even if a video might not have 0 views, right? I understand that at some point that video will be seen by somebody and that message will resonate with somebody, right? So I don't worry about that. I just worry about posting my content and making sure it is valuable, right? But you also watching the video, you want to have a strong purpose and a strong why, right? Similar to, it doesn't have to be my purpose or my why, right? It has to be yours, but it has to be something that's strong, something that's so strong that it becomes hard for you, or pretty much impossible for you to give up, because you're going after something greater, right? Next, one of the other reasons is that, at least for me, one of the reasons why I also stay motivated as a small content creator is because these videos effectively sort of serve as time capsules. What I mean by that is, I'm recording these videos while I'm young. Well, I consider myself young, right? And at a certain point, I'm going to get older, right? And I'll be able to, one day when I'm older, be able to look back on these videos and see myself, see the messages that I've been sharing, the topics that I've been speaking about. And not only will I be able to see it, these are things that I'll be able to share with, whenever it's time for me to have my own family and have my own kids, right? They'll be able to see me and be able to relate and connect with me and learn from me, right? These videos serve as time capsules because when you create a video, right, and for example, post on YouTube, as long as YouTube stays up and everything goes well, right, these videos can potentially stay up here forever. So these videos have the power to provide value. If the information is valuable enough, it can provide value forever, for all eternity, right? So to me, that's powerful, being able to create something one time and have it still be valuable to the masses, to people all around the world, potentially forever. So that's been a motivating factor for me. And the last reason that I have written down is that I stay motivated as a small content creator because I am building something great. I understand that each and every video contributes towards my catalog. It contributes towards the library of videos that I have. And I know each and every video is going to be independently valuable to different people, right? The best way to approach my videos is effectively clicking my videos and then scrolling through to find out whichever title of the video resonates with you, right? Whatever message you get pulled towards, that's the video that you should be watching, because that's probably going to be the video that's going to deliver you the most value, right? And I understand that Rome isn't built in a day, right? Like each and every video is effectively putting down an independent cinder block, right? It's, you're putting the bricks by brick. Each video is an independent brick, and eventually, once we get into the future, you'll be able to look back and see the entire structure that you've created, right? So I understand what I'm building. I understand that I'm building something great, and I understand that the value I'm providing is value that can benefit the world, that can help so many more people discover who they are and tap into their true essence as a creator, so that they can continue creating and help expand the universe, right? So I'm playing my part, and I understand that I'm building something great. And what you need to remember, and this is information, this is something that I came across that gave me so much inspiration, right, and motivation as well, was the fact that these were content creators who at one point were much smaller, that their channel eventually exploded, which felt like almost overnight, because they would have videos, and their videos, they would get, some views, and then the videos would plateau. And then after almost a year, randomly, YouTube would find their niche, or essentially take that older video and like push it through to the niche, through the algorithm, and their video would just skyrocket. So I would, and it was also pretty, I like to think of it as a sign, because nothing ever happens by accident, right? So there were two separate videos on two separate occasions I saw where content creators were showing that there were some videos that they put out that they were hesitant to even put out, that they just weren't worried, that they were worried about, how it looked, or they just had their concerns, but they uploaded the video anyways. It got some views, and then it just plateaued. And then out of nowhere, about a year in, out of nowhere, it just skyrocketed for the amount of views. So they were probably, hovering around 9,000 views, a couple thousand views maybe. And then out of nowhere, a year later, they skyrocketed to hundreds of thousands of views, or even over 1 million views for a video, right? And so I say this because your videos can eventually go viral. And this is why even if you have older videos that are probably silly, that, you might be a little bit embarrassed about, keep it up on the platform, because you never know if that might be the video that YouTube decides to push through the algorithm a month later, 6 months later, a year later, right? And that can be the video that takes your channel, skyrockets your channel. And then because your channel now skyrocketed because of the video, right? There's so many more views, there's so many eyeballs on your channel. So a lot of people are gonna subscribe, and then those same people that have never seen or met you, or view your content before, they can now go on your channel and view all of your other content that you probably thought didn't get any views, right? So that's the way I see it. I don't see it as, that I posted some of my videos, those videos got 0 views, therefore nobody cares, therefore let me get rid of it. No, I don't do that, because I understand how valuable. So I'm gonna be honest, some of my best videos are at 0 views right now. There's some videos where I poured my heart out, that the whole time I'm recording, I'm thinking, yo, this is gonna be the one to set it off. And even till this day, this present moment, it has 0 views. But at some point, someone's going to discover that video and realize the amount of value that exists within there, right? And so I'm not going to be discouraged and take those videos out, right? I'm going to leave them there, because I know at some point that's going to change someone else's life. So those were the handful of, points, if you will, for how you can stay motivated as a small content creator. Because listen, at the end of the day, we're all creating content. We're all here to have fun. We're all here to enjoy this. And I want to see you win, right? I don't want to see people get on this platform, be so passionate, be so excited, and then a week later, or a month later, a few months later, they just quit because they don't see the value in it. Listen, you want to have the mentality where your goal is to serve other people. You deserve to create the life that you want to live. And if you see yourself doing content, at least for the long haul, right, then I want you to lock in. I don't want you to see it as you needing to be rewarded right away, because that is a pitfall that a lot of people face, right? That they expect instant gratification. If I put in work now, I expect to receive a reward. And if I don't receive a reward right away, therefore it's not worth it. But you need to understand that's not always how life works, right? We've all went to school, right? You can finish a homework assignment. That doesn't mean you deserve to graduate in that moment. You still have to continue, you still have to show up each and every day and continue learning and continue putting your best foot forward, right? So it's the same idea there, right? If you quit, then it's very well possible that you're not going to ever receive any of the rewards for your effort. And if you have your mind made up that your goal is to be here for the long haul, then be here for the long haul. Show up each and every day, be dedicated, be disciplined, be consistent, because that is what's going to get you there. See, a lot of times we might think that if our videos don't have enough views, that people just don't care about our content. But that's not necessarily the case. It could take a very long time, or it could take a while for YouTube to find your audience. And that's okay. And what you need to understand is this, right? I've seen a content creator because their video popped up on my feed, right? This person literally started their video. It seemed like they started their channel like couple months ago, and they're already at like over 100,000 subscribers. And at one point I thought to myself, hey, that's unfair because I was here posting every single day and we have a lot of similarities in our content. But I need to understand that my journey is my journey, right? And this is the other tip, right? You don't want to compare yourself with other people. You don't want to look at another channel and say, oh, well, that channel, we're doing similar content, but that channel blew up and went viral really fast and I didn't. So I need to start copying all they do so that I can get there. No, your journey is your journey, right? Your journey, things are going to move at the pace that they're intended to move, and you're going to get to your destination when you're supposed to get there. And that's all that matters. And if anything, the fact that that content creator, was able to go viral and have over 100,000 subscribers and do really well with videos, that tells me that there actually is an audience for the things that I do. Even if people haven't discovered me yet, that tells me that there's an audience, right? That there are a lot of people out there that want to be helped. There's a lot of people out there that use YouTube for education, that they're using YouTube because they want to receive value, and it's not always just entertainment, right? So even if your videos may not get traction, it might not be because, that people just don't care about what you have to say or your content. It might be because it just takes the algorithm time. And it's only a matter of time until your content gets pushed in front of the algorithm, gets put in front of other people. You just have to continue posting content and showing up so that that can happen. If you decide to stop, then that'll be the end of your journey. But if you truly care about this and you want to one day be a much larger content creator, then you have to be posting content. You have to be active, right? So that wraps up the video. Enjoy the video. Do leave a like and subscribe as we're on the road to a million subscriber, guys. So once again, it's Joel, and I'm out. I'll see you guys for the next video.